Hey girl, welcome back. I'm Jasmine. If you're new here, today we're doing my sleek bun makeup look. I love creating this kind of soft glam, neutral, smoked out eye look whenever I'm wearing a sleek bun. I feel like it complements this hairstyle really well. All the girlies do this look whenever they're wearing a sleek bun. So let's get into this look. We're gonna prime with the Universal Skin. I'm gonna put this mainly where I get oilier, which is like in my T-zone area. So right here. For brows, I like using this Benefit pencil, precisely my brow in the shade number 5. First, I'm just going to pull my brow up and then we're going to start filling. I really just like to shape my brow with this for the most part, and I do use the gel to add in extra volume. So I'm just going to outline the bottom. Sometimes I do add in some strokes with this as well, but mainly it's for giving me that shape. So like that. I'm going to add a little bit in the front. I think a sleek bun and a soft glam look just looks so good together. I'm gonna add a little bit here, just gonna lightly, and then I'm gonna use the Precisely My Brow Wax. This is in the same shade number 5, so we're just gonna fill my brow in with this. And you can really just use one product if you wanted to, but I prefer to do it this way. I really like the way this wax makes my brows look. When I use only the pencil, it definitely gives more of a precise, like sleek look, which sometimes I do like that. Before and after, today's look is kind of like a model off duty. I'm gonna do this brow and then we're gonna be back. I added some concealer under my brows to just help define it. This is my go-to brow concealer from NARS. So I'm just gonna blend that in. I'm using a fluffy blending brush to blend it all in. And I'm gonna add some to my eyelid because I do want to add a little eyeshadow. We're gonna use the Rare Beauty contour in Tranquil. I'm gonna put a few dots. This is basically the underpaint. A little line here, a little, and then I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out. You also want to bring your nose contour into your eye crease right here just to make it look more natural. And don't worry about this. We're going to come back to my nose. I'm going to blend my contour. I'm using this Rare Beauty blush slash contour brush to just blend it out. Is that a sequin on my face? It is. Where did that come from? That's so random. Ooh, I got pretty low with that contour. We're gonna have to fix that later. You don't want to bring your contour that far down because it's gonna give 5 o'clock shadow. A little bit under here. Before we do foundation, I'm gonna get into some eyeshadow. We're gonna use this Natasha Denona palette. I'm taking the shade called Nurture, which is this shade right here. This palette, I don't think it's still available, but Natasha Denona does have some newer palettes that look really good. One in particular, I think is very similar to this. I actually want to get my hands on it. It's like the darker version of the two that she just launched. I'm gonna blend away. We're going for a very natural, soft glam type eye look. Maybe I should say neutral and not natural, but you know what I mean. I feel like natural to makeup girlies, like we know what we mean when we say natural. Like, do you see how like this is so pretty, like just on its own? I'm gonna take a little bit of this darker brown right here and we're gonna add that just to the outer edge to just deepen that area just a little bit. Just like drag it this way. You want it to show up, but you want it to look like effortless. I'm doing this before I do my concealer and foundation just in case I have any fallout, which I usually don't with Natasha Denona shadows. I don't usually have too much fallout, so it's not really an issue, but just to be on the safe side, I'm just gonna do this first. All right, exactly what I'm going for, just a little touch of deepness, not too much. Then we're gonna take this shade in the middle. It's like a peachy tone. It's called Unify, and we're gonna take that, I'm gonna apply that to the inner corner using just a flat, well, this brush is not super flat, but it's like a flatter blending brush, and I'm gonna use this right in the inner corner. You can also use a really light tan color, a really light caramel will work as well, but this is the one that I wanted to use today. Yeah, exactly what I'm going for. I'm also adding it to the inner part of my eye to just blend, to just bring everything together, and it gives an eye opening effect to make me look more awake. Yeah, that's the eye look. I think it looks really good. I'm gonna do a little wing. What I've been doing is just focusing on the outer section, so I just make a little line here, and I'm gonna stop like right here. I'm not really bringing it all the way down. My eyelids are uneven, so whenever I bring the line all the way down, it looks a hot mess. So I just focus on the end and just keep it there. I just like to keep it right on the end, so that way it looks more even. So then we're gonna do mascara. I'm using this MAC mascara. I like doing a little mascara before applying my press on lashes, and yes, I am a press on lash girl. They're so easy to apply, and sometimes they last a couple days depending on the brand. I find that the Kiss ones, they last like a couple days on me. They stick a lot better when I have mascara as opposed to just on my natural like dry lashes. Today we're gonna use these. I just got these at CVS. These are from Ardell and they're called Winks. I'm starting with a 12 and I'm gonna add it to the middle. Okay, looks pretty good. We're gonna do another 12. These are cute. I really like these. Okay, let's do the other eye real quick. I'll be right. I did both eyes. We're gonna move on to foundation. I've been really loving this new Too Faced in this way. This is a new formula in the shade Chai. I'm gonna add some to the back of my hand. Gonna apply. This formula is supposed to be more long wear than the original formula. I still get a little oily in my typical spots, but it definitely does last a lot longer than the original. And the coverage is pretty nice. You can see it literally like covers up my bronzer. I would say this is a medium to full coverage. Definitely if you layer it, you will get a really full coverage look. Skin is looking amazing. I love this foundation. I think it's so good. Yeah, we're gonna use the Too Faced concealer. I need a new one. This is my third bottle of this concealer, which is crazy because it's so jumbo. I like using the end of this Makeup by Mario brush to blend my concealer. They sent me the foundation and I really wanted to try it, but it's the wrong shade. I actually did try it, but it doesn't match at all, which is super annoying, but I need to get the new shade. They sent me 3 shades and they're all too deep for me. And then we're gonna blend my under eye, and I like using either a brush or a sponge for this. I have this sponge from Sonia Kashuk. I'm gonna go wash it. Okay, let's blend this. Blend this eye. We're gonna do a little concealer right here. I'm using the deeper shade in the Huda Beauty powder. We are going for more of a natural-ish look, so we're gonna use the deeper one to just give natural highlight. Also, I forgot how good this sponge was. It's actually really good. Alright, we're gonna take the powder here and here. If you wanted a brighter look, you can use the peach version of this powder. We're gonna blend my concealer. The only thing with this sponge is that it's so huge, it's hard to like work in these little tight spaces, but I do like the consistency of it, and I like how it blends. Everything like melts together with it. Maybe I need to get a smaller one as well. Bronzer, per usual, we're gonna use NARS. Bronzer, this is my powder bronzer. We're using NARS Laguna number 6. I'm definitely a little heavy-handed with the bronzer. I'm taking that same nose brush. I added a little powder, and we're just gonna go over. Don't mind the powder in my hand, but we're gonna do this Rare Beauty blush in the shade Truth. It's a really nice fall color. I am definitely feeling the fall vibes, so we're doing this pop of color. I'm gonna do a very neutral lip as well, so the blush will be our pop of color for today. Just gonna bring it a little bit to the center A little bit of that Painted by Esther vibe, but not too much. I'm gonna do my bottom lashes. Taking the same palette, a brush like this. This is number 209 from BK Beauty, and I'm gonna take the shade Aspiration, which is like the darker shade that we used earlier. And I'm gonna just apply that down here and blend it. Yeah, so pretty. I love it. I feel like this definitely makes brown eyes pop, like the contrast with the two colors. I am gonna use a black liner and just add that in. Some mascara. We're gonna use MAC. We're gonna do a little highlighter, this shade right here, and I'm gonna apply a little bit here. I just love this palette for highlighting. It just looks so natural. This is the most natural highlighter I have come across. It doesn't look like you did too much. For liner, we're gonna use Rhode in the shade Flex. I actually really like this stuff. I'm gonna use this MAC lipstick. This is Call It Cozy from MAC. And then I'm gonna top it off with this MAC lip gloss, the shade Nymphette. Lastly, we're gonna take Fenty Bright Powder, and I'm gonna apply that under my eye. This is like a peachy tone brightening powder. A little more blush. All right, girl, this is the finished look. This look definitely complements a sleek bun really well. Let me know in the comments if you try it, and I'll see you in my next video.